A very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast. My name is Chris, head trader at thetradingmentors.com. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Let's get into the markets and see where the trends are. And also I'm going to go into the price action charts. There's some fantastic trades setting up for this week. And look out for the euro dollar. I'm going to go into gold in particular, euro dollar, pound USD, US yen, US Swiss, pound yen, Swiss yen. All the Swiss pairs are parabolic. This is a very powerful trend indeed, and there's going to be lots of trading opportunities coming up. So first of all, let me go over the parabolic trends in particular, where all the buyers are in. So the DXY is parabolic to the upside. We had a breakout and all the buyers are in, heading for 106.31 this week. This means that the dollar is strong, and it also means that we'll be looking to sell the euro dollar in particular, but there's other trading opportunities as well. In terms of the yen futures, I've mentioned this to VIP members every day. And what I'm really doing for VIP members is doing a coaching session every day now in with the daily video analysis. So if you're a VIP member, then I'll be doing that every day during the New York session. And the videos will be a bit longer, but hopefully much more beneficial in terms of coaching. And that's what I do. I'm a professional trader and a professional coach. So we see that we got divergence here in the markets, and as expected, this is now forming a base and highly likely to go up to 64.79. Not far, but we can see that there is certainly a downtrend here. Any kind of move into this area is likely to see the price wind up and go much, much higher, but that needs to happen first. What this means in terms of the yens, we will be looking for downward moves on the yen pairs in the short term, and then we wait for this breakout. And if it does break out to the upside, then of course we'll be looking for big moves south on all the yens. In terms of the Swiss franc futures, this is looking fantastic. We've had a breakout to the upside. This is fresh, so this is going to 115.22. I'll keep you posted every day if you're a VIP member, don't worry. But what this means in terms of correlation, all the Swiss pairs are setting up really nicely for some big moves. And I'll be guiding you throughout the days to give you an idea of what exactly going on every day. So look out for that. Fantastic moves coming. Nasdaq is parabolic to the upside, but could be entering an exhaustion phase now. I think that it's worth holding on to. I think the target 20,390 is still on, and then you can move your stop to 18,964. In terms of the Aussie 200, this is now moving down into a downtrend. We've got all the sellers in now, so this is moving down. We have a target here of 7587 in the next few days. This is broken down and we had change of character. So we're probably going to get a bit of pullback, but nonetheless, this is very weak. There are some support lines which it has to break through, but I think that could be happening in the next few days. The S&P 500 is moving up into a parabolic trend, has done for a few days or a few weeks. As you can see, this has been going up and up and up and into a possible wave 5, but I'm not worried about that. 5536 is the target. Your trailing stop is 5310. The DAX is moving down into a wave 5 formation and highly likely to fall. As you can see, all the sellers are in. There's going to be a bit of a retracement. I suspect we're going to see something like this before the rollover, and our previous target was 17,481, and I think we'll stick with that. I mentioned oil a few times. It's not quite there, is it? You can see this is highly likely to move much higher. We've got a target here of $89.72, but there is some resistance here at the moment. If we see the price break into this area, then there's likely to be much bigger move up to about $84 before it goes up to $89. So again, just hold back a little bit on oil. we might as well do a bit of coaching on the gold software. The gold software is available, and what we use here, is you can see here, is the 20 SMA on the 30-minute chart and the 5-minute chart. So once you get a buy signal and it's above the 20 SMA, then that's a fantastic opportunity to go along, and it's staying up there at the moment. We'll do the full analysis in a minute, but once you get all the volumes coming up above the 50, which is what this line is here on the left, then that just means that the volumes are coming in, the buyers are setting up nicely to go much higher, and of course the reverse for any sells if there's going to be a sell-off next week. So let's go into the price action charts. Price action charts are available, and as we can see, I've drawn a trend line here, fairly basic stuff, but as long as the price on gold holds onto this structure, onto this downtrend line, then we can expect further moves down in the next few days, down to 23.00 again before it gets retested. However, we could see, of course, a break of this trend line, and if that does happen, then we could see the price go up to 23.70 and then a break above 23.90, then heads for 24.34. So much depends on this line here in the next few days, whether it's held or not. Again, once we get into this is a lovely supply area, by the way. If we see any kind of convergence, then we're likely to see the price roll over and head for 2300 again. So there's some good trading opportunities here with gold. Use the gold software wisely, because it will pay dividends for you. In terms of the euro dollar, have a look at this. Euro dollar is parabolic to the downside. I'll cover that in a minute, but we do expect the price to come back up. We need to go down to the lower time frame where we can see the supply areas. There's the trend line and the supply area and liquidity. So we do expect the price to come up to this area here before it rolls over. Probably Monday or Tuesday, we're going to be seeing that and heading for 106.40. So once again, if you're a VIP member, I will post this in Telegram, where I'll give you the trading outlook or even a signal. Pound USD, a similar story really in terms of the 4-hour chart. We're looking to see a base here, but I do expect the price to come back up. So we need to go to the lower time frame. Use your 30-minute chart on your price action settings for an entry. So I do expect the price to come back up into this area in the next few days before it rolls over and comes back down to 126.60. So you can get a nice 150 pips on the way, but it could of course even go even further depending how strong the dollar is. So we could be looking at the price coming down to this area here in the next few days, 125.20 even. So look out for that. US yen. This has got a nice structure to it. Go to the 4-hour. What's interesting about this has taken out this supply area. It's not quite finished above it, but I think if it does on Monday, Tuesday, then we could see continued uptrend. The interesting thing is that the trend is now forming on the daily. So again, not parabolic, not quite parabolic, but nonetheless, this could be moving up to 159.50. Go to your lower time frame, use your price action charts wisely. So any kind of pullback in the next Monday probably is enough. Any kind of pullback into this convergence area, we talk about that every day, and heading for 159.50. This is red hot, so don't ignore this. Even though it's not quite parabolic, it is a great trading opportunity with the price action charts. Similar situation with the US Swiss. Now this is unusual. The Swiss franc futures contracts are very strong, as I've indicated. There's going to be a little bit of pullback. There's divergence on this chart here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart, and then we can see first of all the trend line there. So any kind of pullback up to this area is going to likely roll over and give you a great trading opportunity. Strong Swiss franc equals a weaker US Swiss. And So look out for that. There's going to be a fantastic move coming. 87.65 is your target. Just go to the low time frame, see where the positions are. You can see where the liquidity zones are in the yellow zones, and any kind of pullback in the next few days is going to give you some fantastic dividends. So look out for that in the VIP room. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. This is the pound yen, but I wanted to show you this. We talk about divergence, hidden divergence, regular divergence. These are leading indicators, leading tools where you can use these to actually predict where price is going next. We can see that the price is moving, achieving higher lows, which is market structure, higher lows, market structure to the upside. So this could be a simple retracement into the buy zone, green zone, and there's your hidden divergence. So the oscillator is achieving lower lows, the price is achieving higher lows, which indicates there's likely to be a bounce. So simply go into your lower time frame, 30-minute chart, look for the breakout, and then the target's going to be 203.64. So look out for that. Could be Monday morning. So onto the parabolic trends now. So have a look at the pound Swiss. This is very weak indeed. We've had break of structure several times over, and as you can see, the price is very weak. Everything's red. This trend line is important because this acts as resistance. And as long as the price holds on to that area, then we can expect a pullback in the next few days where it's going to roll over again to 1120 or even below 11100. So look out for this area here. Go to your lower time frames and pick an area. So any kind of pullback up to this area here, you probably will coincide with liquidity zones and so on. So look out for the fantastic moves coming on the pound Swiss. Similar situation for the Canadian Swiss. We can see that the price is now moving into the demand area. Ignore the demand areas. However, I think there again we've got a trend line there, and as long as it holds on to that area, there is your convergence area. So any pullback into this area and this zone here is going to probably get a liquidity grab, and the price falls down to 64.00. Euro Swiss, congratulations on the move we had last week for VIP members, and again the price came back up. We need to go to, sometimes we need to go to the lower time frames to see where liquidity is. There it is, and you look out for your breakdown on the 30-minute chart that you should have. If you've got the price action charts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So any kind of pullback, as we can see, is going to be beneficial. So any kind of area to here is going to move the price down, and you're going to get another trading opportunity to the downside. Aussie Swiss exactly the same. Any kind of pullback into this zone. New Zealand Swiss, any kind of pullback into this zone, or if you're in it now, then of course you're benefiting. Pound Canadian, I've got that. Oh right, okay. Pound Canadian, I've got listed. We've got something going on here, and as we can see, it's now moving into a buying area with possible convergence. But of course, we have to wait and see on this one. This is not ideal. Again, the New Zealand Canadian is moving into convergence areas, so we could see a pullback up into this area here. Again, go down to your lower time frame where you can see what's going on out. There it is there. So there's the demand area there where you could see a buy. Euro Aussie to the downside. Again, look for a pullback into this area where we're going to see some rejection. The price will be tested at this levels, but a nice pullback here as well. Euro New Zealand, congratulations if you had this trade into liquidity, into convergence, and away it goes. Nice few hundred pips there, few hundred pips there, few hundred pips there. Look out for this tool in the price action charts. It's a really interesting one. Look out for the stepping stone effect, which we often talk about, don't we? And I'll be doing this a little bit more in the coaching sessions during the daily video analysis. And liquidity zones are important. We'll cover those. We'll cover convergence, divergence, break of structure, change of character, all that kind of thing every day. But the stepping stone effect, as you can see, is really interesting. And if you see a pullback and everything oversold, overbought, then of course the price capitulates and starts to move back into the downtrend. So look out for these stepping stones. The other thing to note here, look how narrow these are. That usually indicates there's going to be a big move. If they are wider than the previous day, then they tend to not do much at all. So the narrow, like a Bollinger Band, if you like, once they narrow like this, before the move happens, you're going to get a big move. So you can predict that quite nicely. So look out for all the Swiss francs. Fantastic moves coming. Euro Aussie to the downside. Euro New Zealand to the downside. Oil to the upside. S&P 500 to the upside. Nasdaq to the upside. Stronger Swiss franc. Weaker US 30 Dow Jones index. And gold, well, it's getting ready for a big move. And we are ready for it. If you want to become a member, then just click on the links below. It's $30 a month, and I'll give you all the information and the coaching and the analysis every day.